Every single month you should have some kind of tchotchke, some kind of giveaway, some kind of promo item, whatever you want to call it. It's a tchotchke. Some of my favorite ones were very simple and things that people appreciate. A notepad and a pen. The little sticky notes, they love those because they use them. They're putting notes on this file and this file and this file and making notes for each other. Another great tchotchke, one of my favorite tchotchkes, and I used to love this, was clipboards. Anybody here ever have a clipboard? Clipboards are an amazing tchotchke. You know why? Here, I'll show you. This is a clipboard. Now, this is the front side of the clipboard. This is where the clip is. This is where the paper goes, and then they use it, and they walk around. And social workers are constantly walking around hospitals and rehabs and assisted livings. Do not put your logo on the top because the social worker sees it. You can if you want. Put your logo here.
So you know those days that you wake up and you're like, I have no idea what I want to wear. This is, I just thought, I was like, I haven't put that on in a while. Okay, so this is Cinderella, in case you didn't know. Normally I have the tiara, I have the gloves. My whole presentation is how to stand out in your accounts, how to not blend in the crowd, right? Anybody gonna forget this? You may not remember my name, but you're gonna go, Cinderella! That's the point of this. I was like the queen of costume marketing. I love it, and I'm gonna talk to you today about how to leverage that, how to use it, and how to get into your accounts. Marketing is so tough. How many of you have walked in after a day of marketing and you sit down on the couch and you're going, where did I go so wrong in my life that I had this day? It's tough. We get told no. We get people who give us the dagger eyes. They're like, can I help you? They're rude. They're not always nice. Make it fun. It's tough. Have fun. Don't be so serious with yourself. Negativity breeds negativity, right? Positivity breeds positivity. Even the angriest people, like they just hated their life apparently, and they wanted me to hate mine. They couldn't help it. When I walked in and something ridiculous like this, they were like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Why social media? First reason. Exposure. You never know who you're going to see or who's going to see you. There are over 1.8 billion users on Facebook, and 936 million of those users log on daily.
Number one, marketing collaterals. Now, first off, I promised you I'm going to tell you how much this cost. It's minimal. You should be budgeting for this. All right, now here's a good rule of thumb. Your total direct referral marketing, not including a marketing rep salary, those of us who have a marketing rep salary, that would come out of that $150,000 I talked about this morning. But your marketing collaterals and lunch and learns and all the parts of this program should be 1% of your total annual revenue, 1%. So if I want to do $1 million, that's $10,000. If I want to do 2, that's $20,000. If I want to do 3, that's $30,000, which is very real. It's a 1% for a 99% return on investment. That's huge. A good marketing budget for a marketing rep or a business owner initially is about $600 to $800 a month total for everything that I'm going to talk about, all right?
Why social media? Building relationship. If you're going to remember one thing from my presentation, this is what I want you to remember. Because social media is about building relationships. That is the biggest reason, that is the best reason, and that is what it is most powerful. It creates transparency. When you show who you are on your social media, you're going to better know those people that you're interacting with and meeting on a daily basis or seeing on a daily basis. And that's really what it's about. I mean, how many times was building relationships referenced yesterday? I think, Cody, you said it was 20 times it was referenced yesterday. It's about building relationship. What did Dan say yesterday? Building relationships, internet marketing, social media. Those are the big three. Steve mentioned direct marketing. What's the number one thing that they talk about with direct marketing? Building relationships. That is what it's all about.
Keeping my caregivers is going to help me to grow my business. Well, let me ask you, do you think a caregiver likes to go to 8 clients in a day for an hour or 2 hour shift? No. Do you think they'd rather go to one client and spend 8 to 10 hours, maybe 12 hours there? Yes. That's how you retain caregivers. So number 2 goes back to number 1. If you're getting the right referrals, you're going to keep your caregivers. They're going to want to work for you because you give them work that they like, not driving all over the place. Can you blame a caregiver? The national average a caregiver makes is around $10 an hour. They got to change a diaper. They got to give a bath. They got to help physical therapy. They got to transfer somebody. It's hard being a caregiver. Give them work, longer shifts. That's what they want. That's how you keep your caregivers. That's what it's all about. Customer service. In all reality, if someone is calling you for services, they're already inquiring about what you do. So, in order to get that person to become a client, you have to provide them with customer service so that the person can make an educated decision to go with you and your company. Sales is customer service. We are all customer service representatives, owner, even to caregiver. Anyone can do this. Now, what is direct referral marketing? I heard somebody talk about advertising, other methods. The questions that you ask, it's already being answered. Somebody said, you right there, what's your name, ma'am? Right there with the orange shirt? Yes. Karen. So Karen, you had asked, did you do any other type of advertising to our $5 million client, right? And they said no. Internet marketing and SEO, social media, and direct referral, that's the 1-2 punch. That's the only thing that you have to invest in. Radio advertising, super expensive, very little return. Television advertising, super expensive, very little return. You know why direct mailers don't work? Because how do you know who's sick? You don't. That's why it doesn't work. It's all about your SEO and your internet leads and your direct referral marketing. It is as simple as that. Your goal of the phone call is to schedule an appointment. I know far too many companies out there skip the appointment and try to make the sale on the phone. I don't like that. We are going to be taking care of a person in another person's home. We have to know what's going on in that house. I've been in a house where the tub was green, but it's not a green tub. It's a white tub that is green because it hasn't been cleaned since like Jimmy Carter was president. There's something wrong with this situation. You don't sell that over the phone, but you don't know that until you get to their house. So we are really setting these up as appointments to go out and do an assessment, an intake. Whatever your terminology is for it, that's what we do.
We have become such a techie society. Everything is text messages, emails. When is the last time that you had a handwritten anything from someone? Steve talks about reasons for drop-by visits, right? We need to be in our accounts all the time. A handwritten thank you card, a happy birthday, a get well soon. Any opportunity that I had, it takes 2 seconds. Short, sweet, to the point, thank you so much. Here's just showing my appreciation. I have gone back into these accounts 6 months later, and my card is pinned up on their board. It's sitting on their desk. And every time they look at it, who are they thinking about? Me. It's so simple, and it means so much to people.
Because you're being so proactive, the more time we have from the time you decide to work with somebody to the actual time of starting care, the better it's going to be for you and your mother. We can do things like a caregiver training session where you and mom can meet the caregiver and they can work out at the rehab together so she's not coming home with a stranger. I can do a safety inspection of the house. But now she's like, wow, that sounds really good. And notice how I started it off? I complimented her. You know, you were very smart to call us so early in the game. And it's like, wow, this is good. You know, now the more time we have, the less likely something's going to go wrong. These are all phrases, and I'm saying them to you So I want you to write them down because that's important, all right? Because you want to be saying these things, and you're going to take this back to your staff and get them to say these phrases. That's going to get people to want to meet with you.
You want to start off by taking stock of your current team. Every single person on your team, who do you have? What are their roles? What are the tasks that they do? Do you like them? Do you trust them? How do you feel about them? Give them a grade in your head, okay? You're not like, you're a B. Okay, so you're making a list of every single person that you have and how you truly feel that person fits into your organization. You might have some D's and F's. When you're talking about the A's, the B's, and the C's, okay, D's and F's have got to go. You can't save them at this point. A's, B's, and C's, we're going to start a process with your team. We're going to have meetings. Who has meetings? Regular meetings, weekly team meetings, or monthly team meetings, or something where you're bringing the staff together and you're going over, this is the vision. This is the goal that we're going for.
Number 2, sharing information. Create a conversation that allows you to ask for the business. Now, what does this cost you? Nothing. Just your time doing the research to find the articles to share. Find an interesting article to share online. My favorite article that I ever found was actually back in 2011 when I get this article talking about how July is the worst month of the year to go to the hospital. So I would go into a social worker just like this, and they're like, hey, Ryan, I know you're so busy. You don't have a lot of time, so I just wanted to drop off this article real quick. Don't get sick in July. All right, I'll see you later. Just like that, and I would walk away. And then Ryan would be like, come on, I am busy, but what do you mean? Tell me more. Well, July, blah, blah, blah. And then I go through the whole thing. Well, what do you think of that? Do you guys make a lot of mistakes in July? I'm just wondering. You strike up a conversation.
Targeting. When you're boosting these posts, you can target specific audiences. One thing that's really cool, Steve talked about specialty programs a little bit, and I spoke a little bit about this in Houston. Let's say you have a specialty program that is dementia care. Anybody got a dementia care program? Cool. All right, so you could set up a post promoting your dementia program, and you can target people who like the Alzheimer's Association. And you can target it within your area. So now people who like the Alzheimer's Association, there's a good chance that they either know or have somebody that has Alzheimer's or dementia. Okay? Making sense? Yes? Good stuff? Yes?
That's what we have to do. We want to, nothing is going to grow our business more than strengthening our relationship with referral sources. Because the best clients come from referral sources. The people who have the greatest need, meaning they need 56 hours a week, 84 hours a week, 168-hour-a-week care. We love those, right? And they have the urgency. They need the help now. Not, well, I'm thinking about home care someday, potentially, if I need it, right? Most important thing in our office, who answers the phone? Just take a guess. Anybody, who should answer the phone in your organization for a prospective client? Anybody want to guess? Owners, okay, that's one guess. Raise your hand. Schedulers. The correct answer, folks? Anyone. You do not want to dedicate one person or two people to doing your inquiry management, because I guarantee when that phone rings and it's a prospective client, that person is either going to be sick, out of the office, or on another call with someone else. We have to make sure our entire operation is trained on taking inquiries, because that's the bloodline of our business. The other reason why I love direct referral marketing and why it's so effective and so powerful and why we have to do it is because they convert at a higher ratio than the internet leads. Most companies will tell you, I have to go through 10 or so internet referrals, and you have to make sure you're the first person to respond to it. When do a lot of people do their internet surfing? Let's be honest, it's midnight or later. So if you get this 11:30, 12 o'clock, 12:30 in the morning referral, you better jump on it right away. Otherwise, by the time you wake up the next morning, that lead is dead. Somebody else already got it, and you just wasted your time. And then by the time you call that person, you're like, please, I should have never filled out the form because all these home care companies are driving me crazy. That's exactly what happens. Whereas with direct referral marketing, our clients average a 33% conversion ratio, which means if you get 3 referrals, you're going to get at least 1 client. It's all about direct referral marketing. Fast-paced, heightened tone, just like I am right now. I need help. This is somebody I was laid off, and I was taking care of my mother, and I got a job, and I got to start on Monday, and mom only needs help a couple of hours a day, but I need help now. Can you come help me? So it's a small case. It's a companion level case probably. Maybe do it on the phone, but notice what you see right over here, send receptionists to sell. You have to think about your return on investment for the people who have the private pay business. If it's a small sale, and the owner of the company who makes $100 an hour, goes out, it's going to take me like a month and a half, 2 months of services before I recoup the time that I spent out there. Whereas I could send my receptionist who makes $15, $16 an hour, and she can go out there and close it, and if she sells it as a bonus, I'll give her a $25 gift card to Wawa or a gas station or something like that as a bonus for her selling it.